9 Star Trek actors appear in Black Mirror, who they play, and in which episodes. Black Mirror and Star Trek may seem like wildly different sci-fi beasts. One explores hopeful futures among the stars, the other dives into bleak techno-dystopias, but the two have more in common than you'd expect. In fact, several Star Trek actors have made appearances in Black Mirror, bringing their futuristic experience with them into darker, edgier territory. Here's a look at 9 Star Trek actors who've crossed over into Black Mirror, along with who they played and which episodes they appeared in. 1. Jesse Plemons, Star Trek. USS Callister, Captain Daly. Star Trek connection. While not officially a Star Trek actor, Plemons plays a disturbingly accurate parody of a Star Trek captain in Black Mirror's USS Callister, a clear homage to TOS. In the episode, Plemons plays Robert Daly, a socially awkward game developer who escapes his real-world frustrations by inserting people's consciousnesses into a virtual world styled exactly like a retro Star Trek series. The result is a chilling satire of toxic fandom and power fantasy, and Plemons nails the eerily chipper yet menacing faux Starfleet captain. 2. Aaron Paul, Star Trek. Lower Decks. Voice of Ensign Vinder. Black Mirror episode, USS Callister. In a surprise cameo at the end of USS Callister, Aaron Paul voices Gamer 691, a crude player in the MMO-style space game who stumbles upon Daly's twisted digital crew. Though his screen time is brief, it's a great punchline and a perfect voice match. Paul later joined Star Trek canon officially when he voiced a character in Star Trek, Lower Decks. 3. Jonathan Aris, Star Trek. Discovery, Arisar. Black Mirror episode, The National Anthem. Jonathan Aris plays David, the Prime Minister's press officer, in Black Mirror's brutal first episode, The National Anthem. Aris later appeared in Star Trek Discovery Season 2 as Arisar, a senior AI specialist during the events involving Control. His cool, rational demeanor worked in both roles, even when the tech turns dangerous. 4. Georgina Campbell, Star Trek. Short Treks, Lyra. Black Mirror episode, Hang the DJ. In Hang the DJ, Campbell plays Amy, one half of a couple trapped in a seemingly controlled matchmaking simulation. She later appeared in the Star Trek Short Treks episode The Trouble with Edward as Lyra, a junior officer dealing with genetically modified tribbles gone haywire. Both roles showcase Campbell's talent for navigating complex emotional and sci-fi scenarios. 5. Ozzy E. Kyle, Star Trek. Beyond Transport Officer. Black Mirror episode, USS Callister. E. Kyle plays Shania, one of the real-world co-workers whose consciousness gets trapped by Daly in USS Callister. In Star Trek Beyond, he plays a Starfleet transport officer, a minor role, but the connection cements his position among actors who've served in both franchises. 6. Crispin Letts, Star Trek. Picard, Ensign Kovarin Esmar. Black Mirror episode, 15 Million Merits. In one of Black Mirror's earliest standout episodes, 15 Million Merits, Crispin Letts plays a panel judge in a talent show that echoes American Idol in a dystopian future. Years later, he appeared in Star Trek Picard as Ensign Esmar, a bridge officer aboard the USS Titan in Season 3. From dystopias to hopeful resistance, Letts brings gravitas to both. 7. Letitia Wright, Star Trek. Short Treks, Cadet Theorist Sidhu. Black Mirror episode, Black Museum. Before she became Shuri in Black Panther, Letitia Wright starred in Black Museum, portraying Nish, a visitor with a hidden agenda at a horrifying sci-fi roadside attraction. Later, she voiced Cadet Sidhu in the animated short trek Ask Not, dealing with a high-stakes command decision. Both roles explore resilience, trauma, and justice in twisted scenarios. 8. Benedict Wong, Star Trek. Short Treks, Dr. Ravik. Black Mirror episode, Hated in the Nation. Wong appears as Sean Lee, a detective investigating social media-inspired murders in the chilling episode Hated in the Nation. His calm but determined performance anchors the story. In Star Trek Short Treks, he plays Dr. Ravik, involved in a mysterious temporal loop experiment. Wong brings intellectual depth and quiet strength to both roles. 9. Daniel Kaluuya, Star Trek. Mirror Universe Rumor. Black Mirror episode, 15 million merits. Though he hasn't appeared in a Star Trek episode yet, Kaluuya's connection to sci-fi and Star Trek-style roles is strong. His performance as Bing in 15 Million Merits was Emmy-worthy, playing a man